What's going on, YouTube? It's Bushy's mama, and if I look a little windblown, it's because it was such a beautiful day outside. We went for a bike ride, little less than 7 miles. Uh, Actually, it wasn't any exercise because it was on such a beautiful little path, and we just kind of took our time, but we were outside and it was gorgeous. So happy Inspirational Sunday. I keep getting requests for people who just say, hey, how about playing some more Cimarelli? Of course, no problem. Here we go. This is the cover for God Only Knows by King and Country, who, by the way, are themselves very fabulous. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting to read the little captions. For all the things we never talk about, for all the pain we hide deep inside, there is one who always sees you. There is one who will always stay.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of all my show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody would believe you. Every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories that somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody would believe you. God only.
I just want to say this. There are people in my life that I think never had this feeling. I mean, people I've seen in my life, not in my life, but that you think they probably have never had to fully feel sorry for something so awful or something just gut-wrenching. And you know what? As I've gotten older, I found out you cannot judge a book by its cover. There are people with hidden things that you don't know about. And just like me, they have gut-wrenching regrets about their past and run to God to, again, over and over, find healing for the same kind of regrets, the same regrets.
Only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love. You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave you. But somebody.
See, she's wearing a key on a chain around her heart. I remember when my daughter was doing that, had a key that Jesus was the key to her heart. I'm sorry, I just noticed that and it took back a little memory.
You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave you. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over.
So, what I've come to in my life is no, there's no starting over, but in a sense, learning from those mistakes and making an effort to let God keep you from the same mistake ever again, that is sort of like starting over, but you can't, unfortunately, go with a clean slate. I mean, God sees you with a clean slate, but there are hurts that you've left behind. There are, there is consequences to your actions. But in a lot of ways, it's like starting over.
Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. And there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love God only knows. There's a kind of love that, there's a kind of love God only knows. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Right? Holy cow. They, ooh. And I believe they know what they're singing about. They're young enough. I always go back to this. When you're young, everything that happens is like the worst thing ever because you've had such a shorter life to live. And even years later, those feelings are as fresh as the day you felt them. But God can help you through it and can help you not repeat the same mistake and be healed from things. Lots of things. And I know if you're young and you're feeling it intensely, you think, I'm just not going to get through this. This is the worst thing ever. But God can get you through it. And you can learn from it. And if you learn from it, it's I don't want to say, except the carnage you leave behind, if you've left carnage behind, but it's not worth it, but it's doable. You're learning from it. It's a learning experience and a way to get closer to God. So that's all I have to say about that. I have things in my life that I wouldn't. I'm sorry, it's allergy season. You're going to have to maybe put up with this. And been outside. So allergy season and outside equals my voice like this. There are still things in my life that I wouldn't confess to anybody but God. So luckily, He's the healer. And so I hope you enjoyed this Sunday's Inspirational Sunday. Cimarelli always comes through for Inspirational Sunday. I did see on their website that there's all kinds of stuff that are not singing, but getting to know them. And I'm going to put up some of that. I like to do those things as well. So like and subscribe. And until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it from the Bushy Fam.